Hello there everyone, so Mohr here, and welcome to the conclusion of Don Bluth Month. After working with Steven Spielberg, Don Bluth went on his own to create a movie with his own team, which includes John Pomeroy and Gary Goldman. And this film wound up bringing a theatrical sequel, a TV series, and a direct-to-DVD film called An All Dogs Christmas Carol, which is a feature version of the TV series and one that concludes it. And the one that Bluth started is the well-known and beloved All Dogs Go to Heaven. A German shepherd named Charlie B. Bargain gets killed by his former partner named Carface, but Charlie returns to Earth from heaven and goes out to seek revenge on Carface until he gets sidetracked by a young girl named Anne-Marie who talks to animals. So he uses her talent to win animal races and start up his own business when all Anne-Marie wants is parents. And in the meantime, Carface plots a way to rid Charlie again, only for taking Anne-Marie. So what do you think of this movie? Well, I'd say it's pretty good, but this film did begin the downfall of Bluth's storytelling. Now, I mostly stated a simplified version of it, but there are a few things which some critics point out are either confusing, not explained, or don't add up. Like Anne-Marie can talk to animals, yet the animals can talk to her and they both understand each other, yet the adults don't. The film opens with Charlie and Itchy escaping the pound or prison, and Carface and Killer set them up, but there's no explanation on how they set them up. And there's even a musical scene involving an alligator that's never brought up anywhere else. But they're mainly nitpicks in my opinion, though I can still see how this one began Bluth's way of telling a story. But even if the story doesn't work for some people, the songs, for me, tend to not work well. And it's not that they're forgettable, though the lyrics can be at times, it's that they feel a tad annoying. It's much like what I said in my review of Ferngully. The lyrics tend to be forgettable, yet the performers do a fair job singing them, but somehow the rhythm and beat of them do drive me nuts. Except for Let Me Be Surprised, which was decent enough. But the other ones have that certain annoyance to them. Now you may be saying, what's in this movie that I like about it? Well, aside from the obvious animation, the characters are pretty good and fun. Charlie is likable, though sometimes I wonder if we're supposed to, since he does do wrong things like gamble and quote-unquote rescue Anne-Marie. But he's still good enough for what he is. Itchy's a fun character, always being Charlie's conscience, yet he's also afraid of being in danger. He is a good mix of the two. I've already talked about Carface on my top 10 favorite anime non-Disney villains list, so there's not much to talk about him, but he's still a good and fun villain. And Anne-Marie's a sweet girl, hoping for only one thing and will do anything to get it, though of course she does stand up to Charlie when she doesn't get it. Unfortunately, the actress who voiced her met a tragic fate before the film's release. In July of 1988, Judith Barcy, who also voiced Ducky in The Land Before Time, has been murdered by her father at the age of 10. And she and all the other actors who voiced the characters did a great job. Burt Reynolds voices Charlie B. Barkin, Dom DeLuise voices Itchy Itchiford, Judith Barcy voices Anne-Marie, Melba Moore voices Whippet Angel, Charles Nelson Riley voices Killer, Vic Tayback voices Carface, Lonnie Anderson voices Flo, and Ken Page voices King Gator. As a whole, this movie is pretty good. The characters are fun, the story is well done, and the animation is, oh well, you know what I think of it. And as much as I point out how annoying, forgettable, and troubling certain moments are, it's still good to watch, with its laid-back attitude and whatnot. And much like The Princess and the Frog, it's one I watch whenever Mardi Gras comes around, even if the holiday is just one scene. So today, this movie we get a rating of... Let's get this rating. I'll go for Brooke. 4 stars. And that is it for Don Bluth Month. So thank you for joining me. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Facebook or Twitter. And since this movie didn't dedicate the memory to Judith Barcy, I'll dedicate this review to her. And I'll see you all next week for a new video. And the one that Bluth started is the well-known and beloved All Dogs Christmas Carol. No. Unfortunately, the actress who voiced her met a tragic fate before the film's release. And I'm spinning a lot here.